right, everybody. Today's going to be a little bit different. We're going to actually do a little interview with one of my favorite people in the world, Kirchner. She is who I want to be when I grow up, finally. Her photography work is incredible. So Katie, if you would do me a favor and kind of introduce yourself.
Katie or Katherine Kirchner. I do commercial portrait and product photography. I also do lots of other things, but that's pretty much how I would introduce myself when people ask. So yeah, I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. Been here for a while, and just like here, sitting here kicking it with my friend.
Excellent. So do you have a primary focus in photography? Is it primary commercial stuff, or are you doing mainly portraits? What is it you're doing nowadays?
Primary focus is doing commercial portraiture. So working with a lot of products on people and shooting sort of in the moment. So we don't plan these shoots out months in advance. We just sort of, I'm sent products and I find people to work with, and then I will sort of mash these things together and photograph them. So it's almost like candid commercial photography. So it's very not stylized.
Okay. So are you working? Yeah. Are you working for different companies or an individual, or where do you get your clients from?
So I'm actually really bad at posting to social media. I don't like doing it very much. So a lot of my clients come from word of mouth. And I have clients from here to California. I'm in San Diego quite a lot, working with a few different people out there. One in France. So I love working with them, but they all do different things. And so it's very much word of mouth is how the word gets around for me to work with people.
Oh, okay, excellent. So show us what your camera is and what's your camera and what's your typical go-to lens is when you're shooting.
Yeah, so my camera right now is
she also bought all this stuff from us here at Biggs. So
no, I actually do. I buy everything from Biggs as much as I possibly can. So this one I actually got used from Biggs, which I was really psyched about. It's a Mark IV, and I was really hyped about that. And then my go-to lens is, for a lot of things, it's my, let me see, 100mm macro. So I do lots of, little product photography. So when I have to photograph an earring or something, so I need to get in really tight, but then I also have to back up and do a whole scene shot for that. So this one actually works really well for me in doing that.
Excellent. So are you finding yourself, do you do stuff on location more, or are you doing stuff in studio? Or
do more stuff on location than I do in a studio. I do some stuff in the studio if I need like e-com, white background photography things. And if I do headshots, I typically will do them in a studio. But for the most part, I'm on location doing stuff, which is more fun for me because I get to travel around a little bit.
One of the comments I have is you are one of the few people that I've seen out there that actually has the artistic eye and also has the technological know-how for the equipment, which is just an incredible thing to have. I've seen a lot of people out there that have the technology aspect, could tell you anything that they wanted to know about a camera and the lights and stuff like that, but sometimes are lacking with the artistic eye. And then of course the opposite holds true, but you are definitely one of those people that has both of those and wrap it up in a great package. So anyway, enough of me gushing on about you. So what are you looking to do for your for photography in the future? Are you trying to expand, go into doing different things, or are you sticking with what you got?
Well, a quick note about having both the technical aspect and the artistic side of you. That comes from my schooling. So I did 2 years at RCC at Randolph Community College, which is like a very, very technical school. You might know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I went there, fantastic, really fast-paced technical education. And then I went to UNC Charlotte for a fine art degree after that. So I kind of got schooling on both ends. So that's those two things were super helpful. I mean, going to school for photography for 6 years isn't something that most people would like want to do. But it was super helpful.
Yeah, it's done a great job for you, because I mean, I tell people all the time, I mean, you can be a great artist, but you need to know the tools that you're using as well as having that artistic capability. All right. So, okay. So
And
on
vice
to
versa.
that last question. So what are you looking to, what do you think you're going to be doing here in the future? Are you going to stick with what you're doing? Or are you trying to expand into something? Give us a little insight.
Yeah, so I've typically shied away from doing weddings a little bit just because they give me nightmares.
Yep.
Um, I'm doing a little bit more of those just because like I can't hold off the romantic in me any longer.
Oh,
And I think I'm really happy doing what I'm doing. I love living in Charlotte and working with clients here. The only thing that could make my job any better is if I was able to go to France more. If I went there, twice a year to work with more clients there. That's it. But otherwise, I'm just really happy doing the kind of work that I'm doing.